30, time being 6:30, I call the November 6th, 2025 Ashland Planning Board meeting to order. Roll call vote of present. Tricia Ferris.
Here.
Linda Barnes.
Here.
Bethany Franz.
Here.
Andy Fitch and Ann Barney will be trading positions. Ann will now become the rep to the planning board from the selectmen. Andy will become the alternate. Ann, are you present?
Yes.
Donna Lacredo is absent with notice. John Harbaugh. Here. John Thomas. Here. And I am Kendall Hughes. First, if you could all look over the minutes of October 16th. I don't think we have.
No, we didn't. We don't have.
We are gonna table the minutes of October 16th. Okay, we will be tabling the minutes of October 16th. And that brings us to Mr. Hess and Mr. Owens. I do have the large map here for any of you that need to see it. He has a nice one up there for
I'm
an
happy to
easel.
put my easel up, but I'm hoping my talk takes less time than it would to set up the easel.
Whichever.
I will put this here for now, if anyone needs it. This is a pretty straightforward one, because I felt bad over the past few months, so I figured it was, I had to make it up to you guys. This is a simple lot line adjustment for, Mr. Owens Farm. I'm sure we've all bought corn and pumpkins and everything from him. This is lot, 28 and 29, tax map 202. We're just adjusting the lots so that, Mr. Owens's lot will take over the farm. And the house in the front, will then become his daughter's. So the first lot will be adjusted from 2.47 acres to 10.52. And then lot 29, which is the front lot, will go from 10.05 to 2 acres. We have submitted to state subdivision. I'm guessing we'll have the approval in any day now. With the calculations, that lot is capable of handling 21 bedrooms. There's currently a 4-bedroom system in there. So it's a non-issue, but we still have to submit to the state because we're under 5 acres. I mean, that's really the gist of it. It's a lot line adjustment, and we're just taking 1 2-acre lot and switching it for another one. Just so the farm land stays with Mr. Owens's and his daughter buys the house and just has the house.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us?
No, I mean, it's pretty straightforward on this one.
Okay. And
So I
and
did not bring a Mylar or anything today because we are still waiting on subdivision from the state.
okay.
My hope is if the board did that, decide that we are in good standing, we can do a conditional, obviously based on state.
I have a note here from Jane. The application by Christopher Owens, Route 175, the application for subdivision to adjust the interior lines between between the 2 lots owned by the applicant. No new lots will be created. Applicant appears to be complete. All required funds have been paid. No objections have been received from any of the abutters which have been notified. Appearance of access will be pre-existing driveway to each lot.
Yep.
Okay. If you all take a moment to look over the application. The application which you have here. So we, the first application that was emailed to you had Mr. Hess's signature on it, but not Mr. Owens. This one has Mr. Owens' signature on it, and it has, making Mario his agent, but that you're here in place of Mario.
Mario no longer works for me.
Right.
So I'm here in place of Mario.
I make a motion to accept the application as complete.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Linda seconded it, correct? Okay, any further discussion on the application? All those in favor of accepting the application as complete, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Okay. Motion passes unanimously. This proposal is to adjust the lot lines between tax map 202, lot 28 and 29. Lot 208 will be adjusted from 2.47 acres to 10.52 acres, and lot 29 will be adjusted from 10.05 acres to 2 acres. Sound right?
That's right.
Okay. Are there any abutters here? Is there any other interested parties that would like to say anything? Hearing none, what is the board's pleasure on adjusting the lot lines as presented? Need a motion to accept or deny?
Make a motion to accept.
Tricia makes a motion to accept the lot lines as presented.
I'll second.
Linda seconds that. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I have a conditional letter here, I think. Ed is duly notified public hearing the meeting of November 6, 2025. The Ashland Planning Board votes unanimously to accept and approve the application for subdivision by Christopher Owens 2025-6 as a property stipulates off Route 175 being tax map 202 lot 28 and 29. The proposal is subject to the lot lines being the two lot lines with no new lots being created. Findings of fact, the application is complete and meets the requirements of section 2.1F of the subdivision regulations. Requirement notice was published in the newspaper and sent to the abutters. Conditional precedent obtained all required state and town permits for driveway and subdivision as needed. Recording in the planning board of the Mylar reflecting the approved property line adjustments.
Yep.
This will, you can get a copy of this from Jane.
Perfect. The Mylar, can I bring it to Jane and have it signed there, or do I need to bring it to the next meeting?
You can, bring it to Jane and she will contact Linda and myself to sign it.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
All right, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Next would be an informational from, Mr. Brian Lash and Mr. Phil Hastings.
Great, thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. There's several of you at the Board of Selectmen's meeting on Monday. Brian Lash is here, the owner of the Vineyard Course, the Owl's Nest Vineyard Course. I'd like to talk tonight a little bit about Brian's plans and also get feedback from the board on those plans at a conceptual level, and also talk about maybe a path forward, having the board support whatever zoning amendments may be required to facilitate the project. So with that, I'll turn it over to Bonnie.
Oh, thank you. I'll be here. Thank you.
Good
evening,
It's not. Another process.
This is my, yes,
I do want to make one clarification. Tonight it's informational only.
yes.
It is not a conceptual. So it's just for you to present your stuff. Conceptual, there's a whole process we have to go through for that. And we just want to make sure that we don't have problems further down for you.
Very high level,
So,
no binding,
okay.
Yeah, sure. Well, again, thank you, for having me, my third, actually, yeah, in a week, meeting this week, appreciate, the community welcoming me and Owl's Nest to Ashland. So you probably heard that I've applied for a New Hampshire charitable gaming license, which in this state allows for the owner operator to not only give 10% to the state of your net gaming revenue, but 35% of your net gaming revenue goes to charity. The remainder goes to the owner operator. In the state of New Hampshire, there are today 11 casinos operating. All of them but one are huddled along the Massachusetts border. They're all-day casinos. None of them have one hotel room. They cater primarily to neighbors in the area, but really to people coming across from Massachusetts, where the bulk of the population is. The average length of stay is a few hours. What I'm proposing here in Ashland is a destination resort casino, a 5-star destination hotel casino with function rooms. So conferences that will keep the facility full during the midweeks and also in April and November, which are the dark, dreary months for New Hampshire tourism. A large theater about twice the size of the Flying Monkey to be able to have world-class concerts and comedians and performers. Over 100 hotel rooms and about 20,000 feet of gaming. When I talk about day casinos, I don't want to in any way misrepresent that we are not available to people that want to come for a couple of hours. We are, but our audience is those that want to come to Ashland for 2, 3, 7 nights. Those that come to the White Mountains of New Hampshire, which attracts 6 million people a year, more than Yellowstone and Yosemite, or the Lakes region of New Hampshire, which attracts 4.8 million people a year. That's over 10 million people that come to Greater Ashland because they're coming through Ashland to the White Mountains or near Ashland to go to the Lakes region. Today, those people don't have a 5-star alternative that has ample entertainment with a theater, with concerts, with multiple restaurants, and a golf course out its back door. We're trying to attract people that are going to come and enjoy the city, take advantage of all the merchants that are here now, and hopefully increase the number of merchants that are going to be in Ashland. Maybe Main Street will become developed a little bit more, with more people able to survive in this economy because of the constant traffic that my hotel resort casino will attract. I think it's very important to note that the budget for this project is close to $60 million, which will generate at least $1 million in property taxes to the town of Ashland. That has also has to be considered along with several hundred permanent jobs and several hundred construction jobs. The construction timeline is estimated to be over 2 years. That's hundreds and hundreds of laborers, hopefully most of them from Ashland and the surrounding area. And as I said, estimating somewhere around 300 to 400 permanent jobs in everything from management to housekeeping. This town is incredibly well geographically located because we're 5 miles to Squam, we're 11 miles to Meredith, we're 12 miles to Newfound, and we're within 30 miles of 5 major ski areas. So people will now be able to make a decision. My kids grew up in Waterville Valley. When friends come to visit, if they're not staying with me, they say, where do I stay? I say, I can't recommend any place. We don't have a hotel in Waterville Valley that is, in my opinion, above 3-star. Everything we have in Waterville is built in the 70s and has been marginally updated. And if you go to Lincoln, go to Loon, the biggest ski area in New Hampshire, yeah, they have Riverwalk, which is a timeshare facility that does make their units available for rent. And it's a nice building. But other than that, you'd have to go to a Hampton Inn or a Holiday Inn to get a good room, but nothing that will compare to what you can choose, what I want to put at the Owl's Nest Vineyard course. And the same thing in the Lakes region. I mean, you got Mills Falls perhaps in Meredith, but other than that, there's not a upscale property on Lake Winnipesaukee that people can choose to go to. This can be that, and this will shine a very positive light on Ashland. I also want to mention that just in this week's Boston Globe, on Sunday, there's a section called Address. It's about real estate. And conveniently, it's an article about what the Encore Casino did to the town of Everett. The highlight of this article, as far as this meeting is concerned, is the home values in Everett since 2018 to today have gone up 38.4%. All of us in this room have most of our equity in our homes. 38.4% increase. That's because this casino brought jobs to Everett. This casino brought people to Everett to spend money at the barbershops, the supermarkets, the gas stations, the convenience stores. It's transformative. And this is an opportunity for us to change Ashland forever. So I'm not here to tell you that if you don't support me, that I'm going to bring this casino to Thornton or Campton, where my main investment is. I'm not. This is the right spot. This will, I think, change our community for the better, economically, and in terms of our property values and employment, and of course, property taxes. So with that, I want to show you a couple of documents. I printed this, but we have a board. So it'll be this board. This shows you and explains the charitable gaming laws in the state. As I mentioned at the beginning of my presentation, 35% of the revenues will go to charity. And on this sheet, you'll see charities that
Thank you.
all of you recognize. All of the charitable donations, which are governed by law, will be local charities. There's one more charity on that list that I neglected to put down. I saw it after we printed this, but I had a local Ashland resident take me to see the town beach, which is desperately in need of funding. And I believe that's a nonprofit as well. But if you're not familiar with those charities, I think you will be. But below that is a chart that shows what every casino in New Hampshire did in the months of January and February last year, and what their contribution to charity was. So you have the very biggest, which we are not gonna, unfortunately, ever come close to their revenue. The very biggest are the Brook and Seabrook, and the Gate City Casino, which is in Salem. Those are obviously Boston suburbs. They're giving $700,000-800,000 a month to charity, which would be Mel's goal. It means that their casinos are very profitable as well. We're building something less than half the size of those two casinos in terms of floor space. But if we could ever get to the point where we can give $300,000-400,000 a month to charity, $5 million a year to these charities on this list.
So,
Yeah.
although this is extremely interesting.
Yeah.
Could we get onto the real estate portion of this?
Sure.
Thank you.
So in the real estate portion, you're talking about the photographs here?
Well, I'm talking about where you're going to put it,
Okay.
what the planning board is here for.
Okay, I'm sorry. So the, here's our, right there. Thank you. This is an example of what it might look like. It's gonna go on the first hole of what is currently the Alsness Vineyard course. So the first hole is gonna be converted into parking and the site for the casino hotel. And the driving range will become the first hole. So if you've been to the Alsness Vineyard course, driving range is directly to the west.
It's on the screen.
So could you indicate on the map
sure.
where it is?
The driving range is right here.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're on lot 2.
Yes.
completely on lot two.
Yes, lot two is.
Yeah, it's an odd shaped
Entire
lot.
golf course,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so,
Yeah, so that's the entire golf course. But you're talking about where my cursor is in this area, right?
Yes, that's right. This is the maintenance building, correct?
Correct.
So this, most of the first hole in this area is outside of the flood.
okay, it's outside the flood
The,
area,
the flood area is delineated right there where my cursor is.
okay?
Um,
That was one of my questions.
so there's, buildable land.
Okay.
there That it would be located.
Yeah, in fact, it's kind of an L-shaped plot. Once we capture this as our first hole, we're gonna use this and this. This is the second fairway. So the second fairway, then we're gonna build a new second hole over here. That'll be
Okay,
the
but-
first hole.
The buildings for this will all be on lot two, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
And,
So-
and it'll be on the east side of lot two because this is
Okay.
the high ground.
All right, the reason that I'm asking this, can you pull up the tax card, please?
Oh, oops, yep.
Is our zoning requires, if you look at our zoning ordinance, this would have to be in a commercial lot. Lot two is a commercial lot, so it is allowable in lot two as it currently stands.
Is that?
It's commercially zoned.
Yeah, this came up last night. I've got to tell you, we don't need a zoning change.
So,
Lot two and lot three are actually commercially zoned, has been for years.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is, you can see it on, right there. Oops, go back up.
Right here.
No, go down. See, condominium, commercial.
Okay, your
golf
map,
course.
your maps don't.
Our maps do
show
not
that.
align. We're trying to fix our maps.
Okay.
But what happened was in this, when they first brought in zoning into Ashland, there was some spot type zoning. The golf course was one of those things. Thanks to, the former owner of it many years before you.
So it requires no change to
So
zoning.
it will require no change to the zoning, and that's why I wanted to make sure we were all on the same page. I would like to have a walkthrough though, if you don't mind.
Sure, more of the renderings?
No, I would like to physically have a couple of us go up and you physically walk the property with us.
Sure, absolutely.
So the path forward then, if we don't need any zoning relief, which is great, would be to go through the normal site plan review
Correct.
process. And
What about?
so you'd like a preliminary, site
Access is,
visit
will have to be
before-
discussed on that,
Yep,
okay? There may be some stuff that may have to happen road wise.
Yeah.
But that's gonna involve New Hampshire DOT more than us.
It's our road though.
Oh, it's gonna involve us.
You could petition to make another exit.
It's our road.
Yeah.
North
you're
Ashland
absolutely
Road
right.
is not a state road.
Right, it's a town road, so it's gonna involve, it will, involve our DPW.
yeah, the issues that occurred to me are exactly that, access and traffic, parking.
The other question I have is gonna be where your septic is gonna be and how big your septic has to be.
So initial studies tell us that we need about 30 to 40,000 gallons a day.
Yeah.
And also we have ample land on fairway, former fairway number 1 and former fairway number 2 to put in a septic that large.
Okay. If there's a way to hook into the town septic, would you be amenable to that?
Yeah, in fact, we're looking at funding that's available to build a pipeline.
Yeah, so my understanding is that Northern Borders would be very interested in this project.
Who's Northern Borders?
They're a grant funding process that does municipal infrastructure. So bringing sewer out to a place that's gonna have a lot of jobs and stuff, that's what they do,
Sewer and water.
sewer and water.
Yeah, I mean, we'd rather do a pipeline if it's funded. There's other funding.
Right, they run the funding, so it'll be a variety of funding. I'm sure.
USAID and a few
Yeah.
others, yeah.
Where's the connection, the farthest connection? Is it on
It's-
North Ashland? Road?
Unfortunately, it
No.
is not. It is at the interchange between West Street and Main Street.
Okay,
So it's about 3.5 miles.
Okay.
But talk to our sewer department and they will, help you with some of that.
And if we build that pipeline, we could also grab water.
Correct. And that will help you with your fire suppression issues
And our water.
and your water
Yeah.
in general.
Right
yes.
now, we get our water from the Cold Spring Rope Walk.
I know, and it's a little
Yeah.
shaky somewhat, so.
We were gonna sink a new well for the
Right.
hotel, but.
But we're all in that same aquifer anyways.
Right.
So please, now that I've stopped you, continue on.
Oh, no worries.
no, that's great, this is exactly what we wanted to engage in, type of
Mhm.
discussion.
As long as we're talking about, actual pure real estate, approach, it's a 100-unit, building. First floor is around 50,000 feet, which is about half gaming and half conference space and theater. So,
Is that one building or two buildings?
it's one building, so
Okay.
50,000 feet per floor, 3 floors.
Okay,
The three floors, the max in this town, right? now.
correct.
40
Because-
feet,
Because of the aerial ladder truck,
right? 40 feet, I think is the peak.
roughly,
Yeah.
30.
So,
35.
35, okay. So, it's gonna be, well, kind of squat, 50,000 feet, 3 floors. Theater holding around 500, sorry, it's conference center, theater holding about 500. Then, typically, these are just some, if you've been to Owl's Nest up in Thornton, this is kind of what our buildings look like with the Douglas fir beams and so on, beautiful lobby and restaurant and bar. And finally, some examples of what our rooms will look like. We'll have rooms and suites. The great thing also about a casino hotel, if you've ever been to one, I'm staying in one tomorrow night in Peoria, Illinois. Why am I staying in a casino in Peoria, Illinois? Well, because I have real estate assets in Peoria. But it's the cheapest hotel that I could stay at in Peoria. That's nice. Why is the cheapest hotel in Peoria that's nice? Because casinos give away rooms so that people like me will go downstairs and gamble, right? So I'm not a big gambler. It's funny, I'm not a golfer and I own 2, soon to be 3 golf courses. But I'm staying there because the Embassy Suites down the street is $100 more a night and I'm frugal. But these rooms, we call it a 5-star casino destination resort hotel, which is great for all of us and live in Ashland that are gonna bask in the afterglow and hopefully all the increase our property value and all that stuff. But you can't charge a lot for hotel rooms because you can't fill them up. It can't fill them up. You can't have people in the casino and the theater and the bar and the restaurant. So it'll be a 5-star hotel at like 3-star prices, even though rooms look like this. That's typical. I mean, even the Encore in Boston, you wouldn't believe how inexpensive it is to stay there. The other important real estate aspect to address your concerns is not only is the hotel going where our maintenance building is now and the parking where the fairway is now, but the second fairway is being recaptured for amenities. I'm not sure exactly what they'll be. I know minimally it'll be a pool and cabana and, maybe some pickleball courts, maybe, stuff for people to do May to October. Maybe it'll be a skating rink. That'll operate, during the winter, a lit skating rink that the community can use. As anyone who lives in Thornton, Campton, Waterville, Owl's Nest is not a private community. It's open to the public and we give discounts to all the community members to join all of our clubs except the golf clubs. So pickleball, tennis, paddle, beach, pool, fitness are all discounted if you live in the local.
So you have a lot of fitness, health related stuff.
Yes,
Right? Ashland in the past has had a pretty good relationship with Heal, which is a health related thing as well, just so you're aware. People have been very happy with doing those type of projects.
they have a facility here.
We do not. We had a very active committee that sponsored a lot of events and everything, but we didn't have a facility to do it in. So,
Well, the membership in the health facilities in the hotel will be available to locals.
yeah, so
You'll be able
that'll
to
be,
join.
that'll be a very good thing for the community.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yes,
Can you say a little more when you say sort of what differentiates, say, a 3-star from a 5-star? Can you say a little more sort of specifically, what does that mean? Is it all of these amenities that you're talking about?
it's
Sort
a
of
good
the-
question. There's actually definitions. And a 5-star hotel, as rated by many, respected associations, has to have doormen, bellmen, valet parking, room service 24 hours a day, and so forth. And the first 5-star hotel that's really been awarded the 5 stars in New Hampshire ever just opened a few months ago at Windstorm. I can't say that this casino resort hotel in Ashland is gonna have those 5 things I just mentioned,
Mhm.
because they don't make sense in New Hampshire. Like, I will never valet my car, because it just never delivers the service that you're paying for. You're always waiting for your car, you're always impatient, and people in New Hampshire don't want to valet their car. At least I don't. People self-park, people grab a brass bell cart and unload their bags themselves. I don't see us having doormen, flowers 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 in the lobby. These are some of the other criteria for 5-star hotels. When I say 5-star, I mean 5-star in look, feel, the quality of the bedding, the quality of the rooms, the quality of the amenities. But we probably won't have 24-hour room service,
Mhm.
because on a Tuesday night in January, even if we give the rooms away, there's gonna be nobody in the rooms that want room service, right? So,
Part of the reason I'm asking is in marketing and promoting it, if it gets rated, somebody comes in and rates it, will they actually be likely, given those criteria, to rate it as a 5-star? Or are you counting on the descriptions of all the amenities and so on to sell it, as opposed to it's meeting those sort of formal criteria?
I think we'll get rated as a 4-star with
Mhm.
5-star like amenities. Because when I use the word 5-star, I shouldn't have, because that is not our goal to get that 5th star,
Mhm.
because we want to be profitable. If we're not profitable, then we won't stay in business. If we don't stay in business, we can't pay our $1 million a year in property taxes, and we can't employ 300 to 400 people. So there's a line we're gonna draw, because we're gonna do what's practical,
Mhm.
but we're gonna look like that.
Thank you. And then my other question is in terms of sort of dining facilities. I'm assuming you'll have everything from sort of bistro-like things to sort of upper scale restaurants. Can you say a little more about what you're envisioning for dining facilities? Because that's another thing that might bring in people just to come there to go to dinner.
Yeah, I don't know at this early stage, what exactly will end up being our dining facilities. I know we'll have some wine-related bars, because we're on a vineyard. The vineyard I planted is the largest vineyard ever planted in New Hampshire. I know we'll have inexpensive alternatives, because gamblers that come from all economic strata. And I know we'll have a fine dining restaurant. Um,
We can go into the details
Yeah.
of that once you're much more into knowing what
Mhm.
you're going to have, because at this point, he doesn't know.
Yeah.
When would be good to do a site walk for you guys?
well, I'd like to be there, and I'm leaving tomorrow, as I said, from
Yeah.
Peoria. And I have a few other stops. I'll be back, in the area the week of November, 17th.
17th, okay.
Any day that week works.
Yeah, so the 17th is a Monday. Anytime good for board members during that week?
I won't be here.
I know.
Later in the week works better for me.
Yeah,
If you want
me
me
too.
there. I'm in DC the 17th through the 19th.
So the 20th, which is a Thursday? Would that work for you, Brian?
Yes,
Okay, so shall we say noontime?
sure.
Yeah, Trish,
Sorry. Say it again.
the 20th at noon. Trish has the hardest schedule of all of us.
I have court.
Oh, you have court. Okay, Judge.
Um,
make it and I'll see if it's getting flood.
That is hard for me. I could do after 3:15 on the 20th, or I could do the 21st after 12:30.
Would the 21st at 1 work for you?
That's Friday?
That's a Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause at 3:30, it's starting to get dark.
Yeah.
Coming late November.
Okay, so at what time, Kendall?
1 o'clock. And
And we're gonna basically look at what is currently the first and second hole.
yeah, we just want a good understanding of where you're going to be putting stuff. If you could delineate the lot line so that, you know, we can see that. And I'll ask our building inspector if he could join us as well.
Okay,
Mhm.
and
Code
I'll get
enforcement officer.
some golf carts, just bring big jackets and gloves.
Okay, so 1 o'clock on the 21st.
And the name of that organization, no borders, no northern borders?
Northern Borders.
Northern Borders.
Yeah.
That
And
was not
if you
one
talk
that
to our,
I-
talk to our sewer department,
Okay,
it's a grant that they've applied for in the past,
okay,
so.
great. Any other questions?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you very much.
Any questions from the audience? Mrs. Harville?
I was wondering if you would, if you were gonna have a swimming pool, if it would be closed.
So there's definitely gonna be an outdoor swimming pool, and I would assume there'll be an indoor swimming pool. It's again, early stages,
Right,
but
I was just,
yeah.
Mhm.
I know we're putting one in at Owl's Nest, it's in great demand. We have a building in the A&E stages, architectural and engineering stages. We get, a lot of families at Owl's Nest. I would hope we'll still get families in a casino. Foxwoods gets a ton of families. They just built the Great Woods Lodge, which has the, indoor water park.
Hmm.
You know, so.
All right. Anything else from anyone?
Yeah,
Thank you very much. We appreciate your coming and talking
Thank
with
you
us tonight. Talk with Jane Sawyer to get on for either a conceptual or
Would you prefer a conceptual before a full site plan or?
is totally up to you, however you feel you're ready to go.
I think it'll take probably several months.
I think it probably will, but. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. This brings us to update on tax map 214 lot 15 BH Hilts Real Estate. A meeting is in the process of being set up with between the engineers and Mr. Hiltz. Ron, do you have anything you want to add, or you want to just keep going?
You can keep going.
He has paid his $10,000 for the review, but he has not yet signed the document that needs to be signed. Mr. Ober?
Corbett.
Ray
Ray
Colbert.
yeah.
Will be the engineer, and he is, planning a meeting early next week to have further discussions on the situation and lay down the ground rules. Okay, impact fees,
to interrupt, but
I have
that meeting scheduled.
scheduled for when?
It is for Wednesday at. It literally just got scheduled on the way here.
Okay,
Okay, I haven't checked my email yet, so.
Wednesday at 11.
Wednesday at
Wednesday.
11 will be that meeting.
So town hall, and then he wants to do a sidewalk.
Yeah.
I believe the town manager and myself are definitely attending that. So,
Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
you too. Impact fees. I would like for the board, in order to move forward, the next step is for the Board of Selectmen to establish, or I should say, reestablish the Capital Improvements Committee. So I would like for this board, if you are in agreement, to ask the town manager to ask the selectmen to move that forward in such fashion. Do I have a motion to do that?
Mhm.
Motion by Linda, second by Tricia. Ask the selectmen to move forward with establishing a CIP committee so that we can move forward to set impact fees. Sorry, Ann.
We can-
Just ask selectmen on the second one, third one too. Look at
Um,
that. Oh,
where are we? Master plan,
you skipped that one.
what? No,
Ask
impact fees. Ask selectmen
improvement.
to set capital improvement.
Oh.
That brings us to the master plan. We need a warrant article. I've talked to Lakes Region Planning. $10,000 is what they're recommending to start for a warrant article for, to us, the master plan that they're gonna need to pay for all the studies and everything that we need to do. So, I will keep you advised, but that's where we're looking at this point. We're just trying to define that a little more.
Okay. And would that warrant article detail all the things that that would pay for, so the.
The warrant article will not detail everything it's gonna pay for. It
Mhm.
will it's going to be a little bit on the generic side because that historically has been how the, powers to be want it to be. It's, the selectmen have a great deal of say in this.
Mhm.
But it's, we fund the master plan.
Yeah.
There are specific things that it can and cannot do.
Okay, yeah, I'm just thinking that in terms of making sure the community folks,
That is something that we will have a position letter that to explain out.
yeah, good, because I think it's really important that people know
100%.
why. to Put some tax money toward that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what its ultimate goal is to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
That brings us to zoning amendments. First one is the multi-use zone. Linda.
So as we've talked about before, what we were proposing to do is to rezone the area. Kimball, can you sort of
From the Holderness Town line, there's a paper here you all have. It will do a mixed-use district as shown on the adopted map, which will be from the Holderness Town line to the, Cottage Street on the non-water side of the property, 250 feet in from the road line. Once we hit Cottage Street, it goes to both sides of the road till we go to Main Street.
And to explain what that means is right now, that whole area in reality actually is mixed use. I mean, there are commercial properties that were grandfathered in, there's residential. And as people in town will remember, there's been a lot of upset around something like Dewdrop Inn because it was not in a zone that allowed for commercial development. To convert that area into mixed use recognizes that there's already the existence of businesses and residential, but it makes it all legal. So that people can, rely not only on being grandfathered in, but if they're there trying to run a home business, or this is all for small scale. So it's to keep the sort of village-like character of that whole area. It's not to bring in big developments, big businesses. It's really to support what's already there, allow people to grow those businesses and to be able to work sort of above the radar rather than below the radar. And it will also, so it will allow those businesses to advertise more widely, be more publicly recognized, which will help with the Economic Development Committee in terms of having a clearer understanding of what the town counts on for different businesses. So it's really to formalize what's there and to make room for more kinds of those developments.
So if I may, if we turn over to the second page,
I have a question,
what's your?
because I know we were on a list. And I've just been pondering this, so you can tell me to go away if you want. Why are we including both sides of the road from Cottage Street to the intersection of Main?
Because that's where, we have a park there and we have, businesses and
Not at that intersection?
Yes, we do.
Not anymore.
We have a building that has been a business in the past, could be a business in the future. The fret shop.
No, I know.
We have a park there, which is Memorial Park.
Yeah.
Runs down through there. And then we have um, apartment houses with multi-uses that wouldn't actually fall into the regular, zoning that's currently in place there,
What's the current zoning in place?
residential. More than 3 units per building.
Are you talking about the white one?
No, the one that Memorial Park goes around. It's a conglomerate of
Yeah,
buildings.
The white one.
Mhm.
You have a separate
It's-
house and then you have yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, if you're coming in from town, you get the white one and then you get the cream ones, yeah. Yeah, I was going the other way.
I don't know the difference between cream and white, it's just all white.
Okay.
It's a different way.
Right. So this would allow in there permitted, single-family dwellings, two-family dwellings, accessory dwellings, which would be a special exception and permitted depending on which state law they fall under.
Yeah.
Agricultural would be permitted, but with section 4C of our things, it could require a special exception for a non-residential use. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, agritourism?
That's right.
Okay, agritourism It- is permitted with a special exception. Agritourism, for those of you that wanna know, is let's say like Alan has, he has a sap house and he brings people in to show them what the sap industry does and how the sap industry works and stuff. And he may sell his wares to those that want to purchase. That is an agritourism type business. It can be a petting zoo, it could be all kinds of different stuff. But based around agricultural use. Accessory buildings incidental to the principal structure discussed in relation to new state law would be permitted. Home occupations would be permitted. There is a possibility that there could be again, somebody setting up a stand, non-residential on a lot to sell maple syrup or jelly or whatever. That would have to get a special exception. No, I'm not picking on Alan. Bed and breakfasts would be acceptable. Restaurants excluding drive-through facilities would be conditional use and special exception. There's a cross out in the one that's on. Yep, and that's it.
Good. Do you need a motion?
I need a motion to move this to a public hearing.
I motion.
Second.
Okay, so this will go for public hearing at our next meeting. Moving on, does the public have any questions? Okay. Moving along, camper and RV regulations. Which one is that?
Oh, we got that paper.
We don't have it?
Nope.
That's the big one. No, that's excavation.
Yeah,
Nope.
got my little packet.
Okay, that was supposed to have been printed and put in your files. We will have to discuss that at our next meeting, but, Bethany has worked very hard and it, I think, looked pretty good. So, that brings us to the earth excavation blasting ordinance. Blasting ordinance.
I don't think we have that. All I have is commercial earth excavation regulations. Is that what you're talking about, blasting ordinance?
So,
And then important dates for local
Yeah.
officials.
We don't have the blast.
okay, the blasting ordinance was, we had both the blasting ordinance and the commercial excavation ordinance, we had given to legal to look over. We had no problems with them.
Perfect.
We'd given them to legal to look over. Legal came back today and told us that they had no problems with the way that they were written and that we can move forward to the public hearing for the next one.
Motion to bring those before a public hearing.
Okay,
Mhm.
fantastic.
Second.
We have a motion and a second by Linda to bring it to public hearing. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Move forward. So, the only one that is ready for public hearing at this time is compact zone. Those other three will be headed there. The town manager and I were in conversations with the Lakes Region Planning Commission. They asked us to do a support letter for wellhead protection ordinance. Something which will be coming next year.
Mhm.
Ron and I did both sign that letter of support to them. So that is moving forward. On the $30,000 stormwater grant. Received a phone call today to set up a meeting for that. That meeting has been scheduled for the 20th at 8:30 in the morning here at this place. That goes over, the finer points of it with the state. The state will be running that meeting. Anyone who would like to come is welcome to come. Water, sewer and public works, along with the town manager and myself, will definitely be here. Anyone else is most welcome to join us. Does anyone have anything else?
No. Our next meeting is the 20th.
Our next meeting is November 20th.
So the evening of the same morning for that meeting.
No, we're doing that on the 24th.
Oh,
Yeah.
the 20th.
You're right, I got too many meetings
I
going.
know.
That would be the same day as we're doing the meeting with the state.
Okay, so that's at 8:30 in the morning.
8:30 in the morning, then 6:30 in the evening. Alrighty. That's fine. Anybody have anything else? Does the public have anything that they'd like to say?
Good job. Go ahead, Zach.
Thank you, sir.
Kendall, just one question.
Yes, ma'am.
about this list.
Oh, yes. So in your packets, it's a point of order.
Mhm.
I had the land use secretary print off all of the important dates coming up for when we have to have everything into and by and so forth and so on.
Helpful.
Great.
Very helpful. Just so you know, it's there.
Thank you.
So
That's great, thank you.
if, nobody has anything else, I will close the meeting at 7:23.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. And thank you all for coming.